As you'll appreciate, there's enough sound mangling we can do with Saturn to fill a whole hour of training here. So what I can do in our available time is look at a few more things to get you started. At present I've got the baseline running through Saturn with the preset to dirty it up a little. It's this one called Soft Crunch. As you can see, it's split into 4 frequency bands. But if I wanted to modify this and remove some bands, all I need to do is select a band first of all, and then click on the close down cross to remove it. Okay, and as I say, that removes that band. I'll do the same with this band now, and then this one, and then that leaves us with just one overall frequency area that covers the entire signal's range. If I change my mind, well, it's easy enough to go back to the preset to curl up these bands once more, and there we go. Now, something else I want you to notice is each frequency band has a solo and a mute button, indicated as S and M respectively. Okay, and they work in exactly the same way as any solo or mute button you've ever used before. Right then, so for the remainder of this tutorial, I want to look at extra modulation parameters that are folded out of sight by default. To reveal them, click on the modulation button here. And therefore now we see this particular preset has this one envelope follower modulation module as part of the preset. If I want to remove it and all of its related components, just click on the crosses here. Okay, and once you've clicked on them all, we can start from scratch now. What I'll do is I'll click on this plus button here, centrally located and named as Add Source. Once you do, you'll see these 5 options. I'll choose New XLFO. And this XLFO is similar to a classic LFO. You can use it as a 16-step sequencer with individual glide for each step. Now, as I've said already, there isn't enough time here to go through modulation sound synthesis. So can I suggest you look at the FabFilter Help Guide for in-depth information about every parameter. That said, do notice at the left here are the global parameters that affect the entire waveform. And once you have got the module open, click on here to open a pick whip and drag from the source to the target parameter that you want to use to drive this. For our example, I'll point at the treble tone slider, and you'll now see the extra treble slider here for you to adjust to suit. Okay, now I've just zoomed in closer so that we can see this better, and we'll have a listen to how it's affected the sound even with these remedial parameter connections. Notice the slider, you can adjust it. And the XLFO number 1 there, well, that button pulses. Let's add another. Okay then, now I'm going to draw this tutorial to a close, so I'll see you in a second.